Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Ryan, again. I'm going to be playing through Attack of the Killer Tomatoes on the Nintendo. Now, this game is pretty unique. I mean, it's really short, but the objectives aren't as clear as you might think. Okay, so with this is the first, I guess, level. You'll see that they're not really levels; they're just kind of areas. The goal of this first area is to find that big guy and then jump on him 5 times. Now, you don't even kill him, which is kind of confusing. So you just jump on him 5 times, and then he kind of scuttles off, and then you have access to the sewer, which is the next area you have to deal with. So since you can tell you've beat him when he scuttles off real quickly, then you just run over to the manhole and you drop down. If you just hold right when you drop down, you'll always land on top of that guy. Now, it might look easier than it is, but in order to kill the enemies, you have to land basically directly on their heads. And if you play the game and you deal with the jump controls and stuff, you'll realize it's not as easy as I might make it look. We'll go over the HUD. So the top left is your score, and I have 3,600. The score I'll get into when I'm fighting the next boss. The score doesn't, I mean, one, it doesn't matter, but two, you can literally get almost any score that you want. And I'll explain that in a second. The 3 is how many lives I have left, and the little life bar. So I have 3 hits out of 6 possible that are left. So throughout the game, you'll see me picking up like paper bags and stuff. Some of the bags give you points, some of them give you life. The game does have kind of a maze feel to it, which is kind of nice. I mean, it's kind of fun. Like if you go into this first room that I just passed, you can get some health if you really needed it. So it's definitely an interesting little game. Again, it's pretty short. You can tell by the length of the video, I'm sure. You have no control when you're sliding on the slime, which is why I'm getting hit and stuff, which is kind of a bummer. Because now I have to basically attack. Now here's the boss of the area. So instead of actually attacking him, you just have to break his pipe organ. One frustrating thing about this is, depending on where you are on the screen, the rocks will have a different direction. So it kind of seems random. Like, I don't know, this part was kind of frustrating, especially trying to get through this with I only have 1 hit point left. So it's almost impossible. You have to find a spot where the rocks just hit it. Like, you have no control over the rock, it just kind of does whatever it wants. So since I've beaten him, he's going to run away, and then I start the third area of the game. I don't remember if I sat through the cutscenes or not. I didn't. Okay. Actually, there might not even be a cutscene. Okay, so I go to the right. Just keep on going until you get to this hole in the wall. Now, this part was kind of confusing at first. Okay, so the green bags are life. You saw one that was upside down. Oh, and by the way, sorry, going back. Okay, so you have to land on that little gray switch thing in order to be upside down. And then, so now you're upside down, then you have to just follow where I'm going. So with the score thing I was talking about, so every time you threw a rock at the pipes of the pipe organ, you would get points. Now, if someone wanted a high score for some reason, theoretically you would never have to leave that screen. You can just play that boss forever. You know, you have infinite amount of rocks, and you can just throw rocks at him until you have the score you want. So that's why I said the score is definitely irrelevant in this game, because you can get whatever you want. So as you can see, every switch you hit will either put you upside down or right side up. If you hold the B button, you can run. This is what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now. I mean, you can kind of, it's fairly this level isn't that maze-like. I mean, you got a couple things, but it's not nearly as bad as the last stage is the worst. There's so much. Well, we'll get to that when we get to it. So here's the end of the area. You come out of the vent upside down, so you have to fix yourself with the switch, and then you just jump on like that little green guy on the side. He just throws things at you. Like he creates different things out of the tomatoes. So you just have to kill things until he runs away. Again, like something that was kind of interesting. Like, there's no actual contact with any of the bosses in this game. You just kind of outlast him. It's just kind of weird. So he should be gone. Yeah, so he ran away, so now I can just run to the exit. Yeah, I used to watch the show when I was little, but I don't remember any of it, to be completely honest with you. So here's a second to last stage. The goal is just to make your way to the top. So if you ever see a ladder, just move your way up, and then just move around and try to get to the ladders. You'll see an enemy here coming up. Like that big guy you can't kill. Okay, yeah, so this guy, this angry, they all have names, I'm sure, from the show, but that guy, he is the most annoying enemy in the game. So what he does is he jumps at you. There he is again. So he jumps at you, and if you try to kill him, you take a hit. And when you take a hit in this game, if you're jumping on something, you fly backwards or forward. Now his jump arc pretty much matches exactly what your jump arc is when you get hit. So he just follows you, and you constantly land on top of him until you're dead. Most annoying enemy in the game for sure. I think I'm gonna go get some health. Actually, no. Yeah, so here's the end. So I made it to the top, and again, from here on, this is the cutscene. I'm not controlling any of this. So you just wait through. Now it's important to not hit any buttons after this point. So you're gonna get an ending screen. You're gonna get your credits and everything. And remember, if you really want to beat the game. You'll see it here in a minute or two, but if you hit start, the game just restarts on its own. It goes back to the first area, the street. So now you find out, okay, here comes Larry the Monster Mountain Tomato. When's this game gonna end? Now here's the last level. So this is the true last level of the game. This is the maze-like level. So just to get health in the beginning, you go up this way. So you go up this path, jump, get the bag, and then come back down, and then you make just do your best. If you're trying to play through this game at home, do your best to just follow my route. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's pretty good as far as keeping all the random nonsense out of the run. And this particular level has a lot of options, and this was the fastest I could come up with. Like I did when I was little. I drew a map, and I did what I tried to figure out what I could just based on my map. So right now I'm kind of in some trouble. I only have one more hit point. Now here's the bee thing that follows you around. This guy, every time you kill him, he always comes back. You can outrun him, or not outrun, but you can stay even with him. So if you're in front of him, and you can see right there's an oil slick kind of thing right in front of that enemy, so it makes it really difficult to get past him. And when you're in the oil slick, you can't control where you can't jump in the middle of it or anything. You're just kind of stuck. So again, get some health. Just hold the B button and run. Once you start the cinematic of going down like a path, you're not going to get hit anymore. So that's definitely one of my goals in this particular run, is just to get to that animation where I'm walking, because I'm invincible. So I have 2 hit points left. I'm near the end, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm near the end. Okay, so you go up, over, up again, I think. Oh, down. But see, now again, I have this bee thing just chasing me the whole time. I have 1 hit point left. And this bee is just relentless. Oh, that was a close one. So I'm still running. Boom. Okay, so that purple thing, you have to run and jump onto it. And that's the end of the game. Now the game's actually completed. Again, this game was kind of confusing. You know, it's not necessarily really straightforward. So, letting you guys know, how to play the game if you want to play it for yourself. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, rate, do whatever you people do. I appreciate it. And also jump on my my twitch.tv/gnar_blast. That's it. Thank you for watching.